especially D-Wade, how have you seen fashion change since you first entered the NBA?
Fashion is obviously, it's been around forever, right? We've remixed fashion a million times. I think it was a generation before us that was the baggy clothes generation, the throwback jersey generation, and it was dope. It was for the culture, and then we kind of we put a little bit more runway on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we sprinkled a little sauce. We put a little runway to it.
Coming up next, the Bucks taking on the Pistons. The Milwaukee Bucks, they've only lost one game out of the last 7. They've taken their focus to another level, and they have their sights set on another win here tonight. Pistons, Bucks, coming up next. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, almost all of the Greek's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2-guard spot. Chris, you played only 2 seasons with Golden State, your first and your last. What was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State, was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect in. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then, and to come back as an old man my last year.
Checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Henson checked in for Detroit. Langston Galloway comes in for Derrick Rose. Down low. And the shot's good from James.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 10. Time now for an injury report. We get a chance now to check on Derrick Rose's status. David.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Pistons head athletic trainer. He told me that luckily it's just a minor injury and it's only a bloody nose. And they count on him to provide in all ways. Now that he's out, they're in a precarious situation. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, so you hope to see him back on the court soon. Well, last season was a successful one for the Pistons. I mean, they made the playoffs as an 8 seed. They were counted out at times, but had a strong second half to make it back to the postseason.
And the Bucks with some changes. Ilyasova comes in for Brook Lopez. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Then for the Pistons, Mikhailuk is checked in, and it's Brown in for Tony Snell.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Ilyasova can't hit. And Chris with the Pistons, an incredible run during February made the difference last season for them.
Yeah, well, the offense had been their weak spot, but it was clicking during that stretch. I mean, this team needs to find a way to play like that all season long. They've showed some flashes of greatness. Now it's just about continuing to improve.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Detroit making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Milwaukee shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Pistons trail by 9. Here's Galloway, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Rebounded by the Bucks. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
You expect him to make those. They got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Here's Mikhailuk. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Lopez left side. And Henson sends it back. Detroit's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Brown outside. You can't get that one, so Milwaukee will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserve.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
Pistons trail by 9. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Bledsoe is out there with Jay, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And it's Brown missing. Bucks leading by 17. Bledsoe passes to Jay. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, GA. I mean, it takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very debt-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
Pass to Bledsoe. Jay, he's covered by Brown. Shoots it. No good from Jay. Pistons trail by 18 on the pass to Brown. To the inside, Wood. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Jay. He feeds it to Lopez. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they're pushing it up. Here's Kennard, defended by Middleton. Griffin against Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Griffin. Over on Antetokounmpo. Griffin's shot is off.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
And it's blocked. Brown outside. Banked in off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets. Winston Churchill said, success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Bledsoe outside. Jay, he's covered by Brown. Pass to Jay. To end the cold streak. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Here's Brown. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Pass to Wood. Kicks it to Rose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line. And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 15-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and that's got to be annoying to them. I mean, work hard to get to the line, but fail to capitalize.
They get it back. Wood with the bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Bucks leading by 13. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Detroit with the rebound. Wood's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league. And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And with Griffin, we look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Now, I thought maybe the D would figure him out as the game went along. Looks like he's figured them out in this first half.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one drops. Antetokounmpo's got 5 now.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Griffin. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Williams. Here's Jay. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. That's 12 points for Jay. So it's Detroit now. They trail by 14. The pass to Griffin. It's all about Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stop.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Rose passes to Kennard. Here's Wood. He's coming off a 19-point game against Atlanta.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Jay, the pass to Giannis. The Bucks working the ball around. Jay, he's covered by Brown. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Middleton. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. With this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams. Bucks number 1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious.
Kasama na yun sa sasahudin mo bago
Why not
magbakasyon.
me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in blocks.
He's decent at defending the basket. The key for Griffin is remaining engaged and active on the scene.
6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. And count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from Jay. Jay's got 15 points.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only good as well.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Williams with the block. Now the Bucks moving it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Mainit eh.
Here's Henson. That shot missing. Good D by Williams. Here's Milwaukee now.
Hindi ka
They've
nag-electric
outscored
pan
them 10 points to 2 during this run.
Hindi ka nag-electric
No
pan.
good from Jay.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Inside, Henson lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Henson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Hard to distract Ilyasova. He's a pro at fighting through the contact and finishing the bucket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
There's Galloway. There's the steal. And so it's Milwaukee taking a 19-point lead into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and...
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. Team swap here for Milwaukee. Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for the ones that are sucking there and are tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action. And those times, too, you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up with some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's going to make this free throw. Don't push me too hard. I gotta get next week.
They say that, huh?
Oh yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, "Listen, man, you know Legs is going to make this free throw, man. Don't push me out there."
What was the response?
He pushed me into the basket.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got John Henson. Griffin is out there with Brown, and it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jay. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the time.
Over to the wing. Here's Galloway. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Henson. Good D by Williams.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Griffin with some nice D.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay.
And it's Brown missing. Milwaukee is gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Count it, good. And that's 11 points for Hill.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Detroit's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. Pistons have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Well, inconsistency is always the name of the game for rookies, and Bruce Brown felt that as he navigated through his rookie season with the Pistons.
Boy is checked in for Detroit. Passes to Jay. Back to Ilyasova. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Connaughton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Here's a look at some stats for Jay. The past month has been surreal. He's right around 29 points a night, 10 assists and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet moves.
And with Brown, there were moments last season, Chris, where he showed what he could do.
Yeah, and I think he'll be all right in the end, especially on defense. Very tough nose for a guard who does whatever it takes to slow up the multitude of talented point guards in the league. He goes up against.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Pistons have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Well, the Bucks shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point. Lopez, and he banks in the layup. Lopez has got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. To the middle, here's Galloway. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Jay. And Henson sends it back. Here's Galloway. Buries the long-range jumper. Galloway has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A dependable shooter from outside the arc. You can tell Galloway really believes in his 3-ball.
Pass to Ilyasova. And the shot goes in. Detroit's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brown drops them both. We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Jay, the pass to Ilyasova. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. Well, you look at Jay, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
Take a break. 3 shots.
Yeah, mas maganda nga yan.
And the first one drops.
And look, and Ilyasova played the first 7 seasons of his career with the Bucks. He bounced around since then, but he earns minutes wherever he goes.
1:20 left here in the third quarter. On kicks to Galloway. To the left wing. Dumboya dishes to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Wing shot on the way. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
Jay the pass to Lopez. Shoots over Henson, and Lopez gets it to go.
But of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Ilyasova, no one around him. Offline with his 3. The Pistons shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on, it's not a small shot.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Kevin, look, he's a reliable passer. Ilyasova brings a team-first mentality that really helps tie this team together.
.20 seconds left to play here in the third. So it's the Pistons now. Now, Dumboya. Pass to Henson. Fires from deep. The shot that time, not on target. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bucks ahead, running away with this one. And fourth. And let's take now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
But how about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there may not be
Bakit may sarili kang dilata dyan?
changes here for the Bucks. Marvin Williams is checked in for Ilyasova. Murray comes in for Pat Connaughton, and Jay subbed in for Hill. Jay out there with Brown. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Marvin Williams, and it's Murray in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Oh, look at him! Boy! Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds. Jay the pass to Williams. Brown dishes to Murray. Here's Jay. But they get it back. Lopez left side. Over Griffin. Milwaukee. No good that time either. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
They get it again. Lopez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Lopez is a long, wily guy. Remarkable at utilizing his size, especially inside, where he has the respect of the defense. Well, even though his name was swirling in trade rumors, at the trade deadline last year, Robert Lopez stayed focused. I mean, just a very dependable center who shows up every night to do the job.
That one is off. And for Lopez, his defense and wherewithal on the court are a huge boost.
Yeah, Lopez isn't going to be a main key to a team at this point in his career, but he will be valuable off the bench as a backup center who can play starter-level defense and hold down the fort.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Williams. Chris Milton comes in for Murray. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Brown. No good on the second free throw. I guess we read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with the King. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness. Yes. There's some talent out there, baby. And yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Jay, the pass to Giannis. Feeds to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
At 7 feet tall, Lopez makes dunking look easy. Once he's close to the bucket, forget about it.
Detroit with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Rose in the post. Good work there as it goes. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter. Bucks leading by 20. Jay, the pass to Antetokounmpo, and yes, it's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the plane.
That's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Outside Rose. Griffin kicks to Wood. Rose dishes to Griffin. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Jay, he's covered by Rose. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want, because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that were in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates, because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
The pass to Wood. Over Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the 3-ball is good.
He lost his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Now here's Rose. Passes it to Griffin. Over in the corner, Wood. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Unloads from 13. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
He dishes it to Griffin. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Bucks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Jay, the pass to Giannis. Count that bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points here in the second half.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Griffin, here we go. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight. Jay, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Lopez, right side. Sinks that one from the post. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Here's Wood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, Rose. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks with possession here. The shot's good from James.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Left side, Rose. Pass break, Milwaukee on up the court. Even Shenzo gets the bucket.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Wood. Rose up on top. In the corner, Snell with it. Clock at 6. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's Jay. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jay's got 32 points.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Here is just fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hey, what's up? It's Shaq. Listen, you've been on one the last few games. Wow. What do you think you have to do to sustain this level of production?
To sustain, I'm just going to have to stay in the same rhythm, game to game. Not overthink things too much, get points within the construction of the offense. We also have great locker room atmosphere, everyone rooting for each other. But at the same time, we keep each other grounded, keep each other humble, man. And when we do that, I think all things are good to come.
You have a lot of poise, young man. Congratulations.
Hey, what's your name? What's your name? You're a star, Brooklyn.
Game ball goes to the guy who fully dominated tonight. Right, the guy that made the other team adjust to what he wanted to do. That's what it's all about. Get up here, Jay. Nice work, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, Coach. Hey, I appreciate this, fellas, man. But you know what? This ball just isn't about me. It's about all of us, all right? Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep it pushing, all right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's huddle up. Let's go.
Count it off.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
Win.
Let's keep it going, fellas.